The Anonymous. The game begins August 19th on USA.
Hi, my name is Nigel Chambers from Big Go Belt Media. Andy, Marcel, and Chris, thank you so much for your time today. Very excited to talk about your tenure on the first season of The Anonymous, which I gotta say has been one of my favorite shows this year. And although I wish we were talking on different circumstances where one of you all may have won, may have been, I don't know, a little 80K richer or so, it's still an absolute pleasure to talk to you three today about your time on the show. First, I want to start off with you, Andy, because Andy, I think your arc in this season is truly phenomenal, and I think this measure of resilience is such a beautiful thing because going into this show and having that cloud over your head from Fire Festival, but going through this season of The Anonymous and, becoming one of the strongest players, making it all the way to the end, really reclaiming your power, reclaiming your name. Really talk me through just those emotions and what does it mean to be here right now?
I am Andy King. Like, I am not the scam guy. So this was a wonderful, platform for me to be able to get to know a great group of kids and shine and have people know the real Andy King. And yeah, I am a team player, and I'm the whisperer, and I build people's confidence up, and I encourage people to take risks, but at the end of the day, and I think in the gay world, a lot of people go, "Oh my God, he's gay, he's so dramatic, it's full of drama." Like, you'll see, like, I don't operate that way. And so it's been a successful recipe or an ingredient for my success, with a recipe of, like, no drama, get the job done, but develop relationships. And that's obviously the quandary, as with the show, is like, are you successful on your own, or are you successful with an alliance? My
Yeah.
theory was that you better have an alliance all the way to the end and then do your thing and win. And so I'm happy with the outcome. And what a great group! What an amazing location! Incredible set, and we all had a great time. And I'm thrilled to have been a part of it, and looking forward to more reality TV. Maybe some non-scripted, maybe some scripted. We're working on a new show, so I'm excited.
Right on, right on. Let me come back to you really quickly with your relationship with Jack Jack. His elimination, I think, was one of the most emotionals for the viewers there. We got to see a reaction from you that I really thought lit a fire under your ass, and you were ready to go out there and take names, and you weren't going to care who it was. And then speaking to Jack, he couldn't say nothing but amazing things about you and your relationship and your time in there. And obviously, I think everybody respects this game. You've even mentioned you respect this game. Just curious if you could give an update or any other details about you two's relationship.
I mean, at the end of the day, Jack played an incredible game, as the guys know. And I think the part of the sadness, obviously, was that I relied on him. He was my part of my support system, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. I was able to, "Hey, Jack, what do you think about this?" He'd say, "Andy, what do you think about that?" He played an incredible game. Threw me, as you know, because I'm like, "Oh my God, now who's my support system?" And then what also threw me is that he basically convinced me that Marcel was football the whole time. And so I'm always looking across the room going, "Why doesn't Marcel talk to me? And he hates me so much. Like, I have 5 brothers that live in Seattle. Like, my sister lives there. Like, we have so much in common, but he won't even look at me." And then he would go, "He walked by you again, won't look at you." I'm like, "What is football?" I just completely, and how wrong was I? Oh my gosh. And so, yes, I clicked into a different gear. I'm like, "You know what, Andy? Toughen up." And we joked
Yeah.
about it earlier. It's like I was Joe Biden for the first 4 or 5 episodes. Then following, then I became Donald Trump. I'm like, "You know what? You better focus. You better start taking people down. Take notes and take no mercy." So, I mean, obviously, I wasn't quite like that, but it did change my game. Yeah. And Jack and I, oh my God, his mother barely speaks to him. She's like, "He was so mean to Andy." I'm like, "Let me talk to your mom." Like, I love Jack. Jack's amazing. He's amazing.
Right on, right on. I'll be back to you for another question. Chris, my guy, man, oh man, oh man. Um, you were a part of this. I don't even know how to even navigate these questions I got here. So let's just go in the deep end with you and
Let's
Victoria.
go.
First of all, I just want to say, man to man, I fully respect your game here. Loyal all the way to the end, and that's not a fault. Because when you're establishing something of that sort, even in this sort of environment, which whether you want to say I would do it again or you wouldn't do it again, regardless, like loyal, you were in there, and I think there was
Yeah.
plenty of times where you could have easily, like there was one episode where you were doing this speech inside the palace, and I was like, oh my God, he's about to turn on Victoria. He's like, and no one's gonna stand in my way. And then you didn't say her. And I was like, wow, he's really, really faithful to her through in and throughout with here. I've spoke to her a couple of different times now. She's already given us an update in terms of you two's
Yeah, yeah.
relationship. But for you, I want to know, man, since the Victoria, because I know the DMs had to been going crazy, my guy. Because I know real recognize real out there. What's been
I
life afterwards,
appreciate you.
man? No doubt, no doubt.
Life's been good, man. Life's been a journey, right? So I always look at it as I'm a very simple guy, but I'm also very loyal, like you said. And when it comes down to it, I played the game, and these guys know, these guys will tell you. So, Xavier, I looked at every single person, and if I told them I was not going to vote for you or put you at risk, I wasn't going to do it. And for me, it wasn't about me gaining the anonymous power. It wasn't about any of that for me. It was about, hey, if I can stay close with my alliances and I can make them trust me like I trust them, I'm going to stay in this game. And that's what I did. But life after, man, it's been fun. I've been a couple of different places, but at the end of the day, where my heart lays is with my kids fishing camp at the beach. So spending time with the kids, fishing with them, teaching them, how to clean fish, how to cook them, how to catch them, and everything in between. That's what I love to do. Like Saturday, I leave to go hunt with my brother, and I'm like, we're gonna go out North Carolina and go kill a bunch of pigs, and then next weekend I'm back, running camp again. So at the end of the day, who I am is what you see, and what you see is what you get. So I've never shied away from who I am. I'm a competitive asshole. I will tell you that. And like, if anything else comes to it, like I want to compete in a game where like it takes straight up willpower, right? It takes brutal strength. It takes the mind. Like I love competing. So for me, it's just keep living my life, man. Keep enjoying every single day. Keep loving on the kids and teaching them, what life is all about, because it ain't on the TV screen. And it's all out in God's country. So that's what I love to do.
I hear that. I spoke to her yesterday, man. I gotta tell you, I was a little thrown. She called you a fuck boy, and I was like,
Oh,
"Well, whoa."
oh boy.
Let me explain.
I think we're talking about sour grapes over there. Sour grapes right now. Yeah. Since
let me explain this. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. I don't give a damn. All right. I know who I am. If you want to sit there and say all that, that's cool. Like, go ahead and have your own opinions of whatever you want to say. Apologies that it didn't work out with you. Our lifestyles are way, 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 way different, right? And that's fine. But we did what we did on the TV show. It is what it is. Live with it. You live life. You move on. I'm not a complainer. I'm not here to talk shit. I'm not here to say anything bad about her because she's an incredible person. But if that's what you want to do because it gets more views, that's great. But like, do what you need to do.
Marcel, coming to you. All I gotta say is I was disappointed that to see how loyal you was to her. And I was like, just so many times she could have walked you off the ledge by giving you just a little bit of detailed things she knew and collaboratively played a better game for you both. But it obviously was you were playing the team game while she was playing the solo game. Listen, they're giving me time, so I gotta come right to you, Marcel. Marcel, I have to be honest, my guy. I am disappointed in you. And let me tell you why I'm disappointed. Because you were frustrated in the first half of the season because you were constantly being up for elimination, and I mean you were basically walking on thin ice time after time. And at some point, you also lit a fire under your ass, and you got tired of playing defense and got out there on the offense. But I have to be honest, man. By looking at my observation, I feel like you all Nina straight to the finish line. You should have fought for the captain of that one game, so you could have been you wouldn't been eligible for elimination. I even felt like the game where you had to hold the little thing from buzzing, I felt like you just kind of tapped out. I thought you might have had more in the tank. and then you gave her the third slot in the game that you are the master of and been proclaimed as the master. And I'm like, come on now, Marcel, you got to give me your take on what would you have done different, or what's just your reaction to your time on the series?
I think watching it back, it man, how do I explain this? It doesn't show how good of a game Nina played. Like, Nina was so sneaky and crafty that that person that we see from start to finish, it was sprinkled in, and it wasn't so much in your face. She was everybody's ally, but she was also everybody's enemy the whole time. And they would ask me something like, who do you feel like is your closest ally? And I was like, it's Nina. And the whole time Nina was like, Marcel's a threat. And I had no idea. That holding challenge, I'm not gonna lie, that was so difficult. My arm was killing me because it lasted a lot longer than what we saw. And I was shaking, I was twerking up there, and it was bad. And I know it looks like I handed it to her, but I swear to God I didn't. I swear to God I didn't. And she crushed it, and she asked the right questions in that final face-off, and she picked up on Christopher's facial cues and Andy's facial cues.
Dude, I was trying to give that box away so bad.
And I missed it, and I misplayed it. I wanted that silver box when I got up there.
You would have eliminated her. You would have eliminated her earlier.
If I knew how devastatingly manipulative and how great she was playing the game the entire time, I would have sent her home a long time ago. But she did a really good job at hiding how well she was playing the game. And that's just a testament to how, she walked her way through the finish line because of how well she played the game. I swear to God, I didn't hand her anything. I swear to God. She outplayed everybody.
She is her mother's daughter. There's no question.
An assassin. And
and
watching it back,
nothing but respect for her.
It's so obvious. It's how she was controlling the game, and nobody knew it. And nobody knew it from start to finish. No one did.
It's been so much fun talking to you three. They definitely say I have to wrap. Only thing I was going to say to you, Andy, is, man, it would have been crazy because, you actually could have gave Marcel the game if you just would have told him that, Nina was lying there. But that's a hard position to be in. I'll let y'all think on it. I really appreciate the time you all have made the season 1 of The Anonymous so much fun. I cannot wait to see what you all three land on next and what's next for you three's future. It's been a pleasure talking today.
Hey, we appreciate you, King. Take it easy.
Thank you so much.
No doubt.